Today I want to share 16 signs with you that a man is falling in love with a woman, that a man is falling in love with you, because you have to know these signs. Otherwise, you're on a date with a guy, or you maybe even start a relationship with a guy, and you're not really sure, does this guy love me? Does he really have feelings for me? Or is it all one big fake show? Because of course you're afraid that if you start dating a guy, that he just wants this one thing, and we all know what this one thing is, that he doesn't want to commit to you, that he doesn't want to stay with you, and that he will eventually leave you. And I just have one quick tip that I want to share with you before I get started. If you really want to make sure that a man won't leave you, and that a man is so addicted to you, that he's so obsessed with you that he can't leave you, if he reaches this stage, it's psychologically impossible for him to leave you. If you want to become this woman who has this power over men, then you might want to watch the video that I put in the description. And now let's start with the first sign that a man is falling in love with a woman. If he gives you cute nicknames. When I'm in love with a girl, I always give her nicknames. And I also know a lot of my male friends who do that too. This is just a way of men to show their affection. And we only do this with women when we really have strong feelings for them. For example, when I'm in love with a woman, I often call her baby girl. I mean, usually when I'm really in love with a woman, she's my baby girl. And that's just a nickname that I have. Maybe another guy uses another nickname. Or another guy uses then again another nickname. But if he uses a cute nickname for you, you can bet your sexy butt that he is in love with you. And if he changes the name under which he saved you in his phone, in his contact list, to your nickname, this is one of the first signs, or let's say one of the first things that a man does when he's really in love with a girl. He actually starts doing that when he's in the process of falling in love. Let's say you meet a guy on Tinder, and this guy saves you in his phone under your first name, in brackets Tinder, for example. Or you meet him at the supermarket, and he just saves you under your first name. But I promise you, as soon as this guy thinks of you as his future girlfriend, he will put your nickname that he has for you in his phone. And this is actually a good trick how you can find out if this guy has feelings for you. If you just ask him, hey, can you show me how you saved me in your phone? And he will probably be like, no, it's okay. No, just your name. And he will come up with all kinds of excuses. And if he then shows you how he saved you in his phone, this already reveals his feelings, because most likely there's some nickname for you. And he might even have saved you under my girlfriend. And another sign that a man is falling in love with a woman is if he showers her with compliments. If you're on a date with a guy, or if you already started dating a guy, and he showers you with compliments up to a point where it gets uncomfortable for you, where you don't even want to hear it anymore because you're like, oh, I don't know, am I really that pretty? But he wants you to feel pretty, and he wants you to feel pretty because he wants to show his affection to you. If he tells you how cute you are, how beautiful you are, how good you smell, how soft your skin is, how amazing your hair feels, these are all signs that he's totally into you, that he's totally in love with you. Because if we don't really care for a woman, we just don't do that. I mean, you also wouldn't give a guy compliments if you don't really want him to feel good, or if, let's say, if your desire or if your interest in him feeling good is not that high. And the same is true for men. If they are really into you, they will give you compliment after compliment after compliment. And the more you smile, the more his heart will open up. And then he does things for you that he normally doesn't do. For example, I'm a really bad chef. I mean, it's somehow a miracle that I didn't already kill myself in the kitchen, because I can do things that other people can't do. I can even burn the salad. I'm the worst chef in the world. But when I'm really in love with a woman, I even try to cook something for her. She then can't eat it because it's so bad that she has to spit it out, but the effort counts. And I don't even cook for myself. But when it comes to a woman who I really love, then I cook for her. And if you start dating a guy and you know there's one thing that he usually doesn't do and that he doesn't like to do, but because he knows that it would make you happy, he does it, that's a clear sign that he's in love with you and that he's really, really into you. And if he wants to help you even though you don't need his help, I know you are an independent woman. You have your own income. You can take care of yourself. I know that. He knows it, and all the other men know it too. But still, men are biologically hardwired to help, to protect, and to provide for, and to care for the woman that they are with, especially when he has strong feelings for this woman. So if the guy that you're dating, even though you can do these things on your own, if he still wants to help you, he wants to protect you, he wants to take care of you, that's his nurturing side. That's a sign that he really loves you. Don't make the mistake that so many women nowadays make and see this as some annoyance, as something that you don't want. Believe me, nothing makes us men happier to provide for and to protect and to just take care of the women that we love. It's deep in our DNA. It's just in there and you can't get rid of it. So if he does that, if he tries to help you, if he tries to be there for you, to protect you, and to take care of you, allow him to do it. It makes him so happy. I know that it does because it makes me happy when I do that for the woman I love. And if he picks you up, even if it's at a time that is very inconvenient for him. And this comes back to the idea that he wants you to be safe. He would rather go to bed late and make sure that you are safe than to lose sleep over your safety because he's concerned about you. And that's the feeling that we have when we really love a woman, because we want to make sure that we are the protector and we are the ones who protect the woman that we love. And another clear sign a man is falling in love with a woman is when he supports this woman in what she does. And there's this big misconception. A lot of women who I coached in Skype sessions told me that they don't just want to support him, they also expect the same from him. And oh my god, it's impossible to find such a man. But I would disagree with that. I think when a man is really in love with a woman, he wants her to thrive and he wants himself to thrive. And he wants her to support him, but he also enjoys supporting her in what she does. That's at least my perspective. When I'm in love with a woman, I want her to succeed at what she wants to succeed at. And at the same time, I want her to support me so that I can succeed in what I want to succeed at. And that's when you see a relationship as a team. And I talked to a lot of guys about this, and they also see it this way. I personally think it's a misconception that a lot of men want a woman who only supports them. I think it also works in the other direction. What men truly want is achieving something as a team. So he supports you, you support him, and that's the beauty of it. And if he wants that, if he wants to support you, and if he also enjoys you supporting him, that's a clear sign that he's in love with you. And if he moves mountains to make you happy, no matter what it takes, he wants you to be happy. He wants you to smile. He wants you to be in a good mood. And sometimes he does things that might be a little bit silly, but he just does it because he wants to make you laugh and he wants to make you feel good, basically, because he cares about you. And if you want to have this ability and this power to make men fall in love with you, to make men want to take care of you, to make men want to protect you, to make men want to support you and be there for you, then you have to become the woman that men adore, the woman that men can't resist. And if you want to become this woman, the video in the description will change your life forever. And if he gets nervous when it comes to talking about his feelings, and that's because we men, we are conditioned from a young age that talking about our feelings is bad, that it's something that you shouldn't do. And then there's also this influence nowadays from something that's called the manosphere. And in the manosphere, there are a lot of men who say, never confess your feelings to a woman. As soon as you show your feelings, then she will leave you, which I think is complete and utter BS. A relationship can only thrive and you can only experience a wonderful relationship if it's built on a foundation of authenticity, vulnerability, and openness. But a lot of men, unfortunately, still have to learn this. I also learned it the hard way. But if he gets nervous around you when he wants to open up, this is a sign that he really loves you because he's afraid that you will reject him for opening up. And in this situation, it's really important that you give him the time to open up and that you show him that you love him too. And then he will be the happiest man on earth. And if he tells you that he can't concentrate at work. And this might sound a little bit weird, but this sign is very, very common. And it's because when you're in love, your serotonin levels drop, but at the same time your dopamine rises, which means you feel happy all the time. So it leads to an obsession with you, but at the same time, the low serotonin level leads to a lack of concentration in all other areas of life. So when he tells you he can't concentrate at work anymore because he's thinking of you, then he really loves you. And if he has this dreamy look in his eyes whenever you look at him, when you just look at him and you know, yes, this man feels something, there's something going on inside of him. And right after you kiss him, for example, when you look at him and he has this dreamy look in his eyes, he gets emotional, but at the same time he tries to suppress it because he wants to be the strong man who doesn't show emotions. And if he shows this, then he really loves you. And if he tells you that you're cute, and he does it often, or maybe that's just me, I don't know, but whenever I'm in love with a girl, I always tell her that she's cute, that she's my cutie, that she's my baby girl. Like I said, that's the nickname that I use. Maybe other men see it differently, I don't know, but for me, I always say that, hey, you're cute, and it's just the way how I express my love and my affection. And if he yearns for physical affection outside of the bedroom, there's this other stereotype about men, that we just want this one thing. It's all about the 3-letter word. And again, I disagree. When it comes to real love, to a real connection with a woman, it's about so much more than the physical act of doing it. It's about showing your affection while you do it, with touching, with hugging, with being close, with snuggling up, with being romantic. And yes, men can be romantic when they're in love. And the next point is closely related to that. When he makes love to you, it's not just about doing it, it's about making love to you. And that's very different. It's when you combine this heart energy with your sensual energy. And this is when, the way he looks at you when you're doing it, the way he holds you, the way he holds you closer, the way he presses his body against yours, the way he holds eye contact while you're doing it, you will feel it. And another clear sign a man is falling in love with a woman is when he can't wait for you to meet his parents and his friends. If a man introduces you to the people that he values the most in his life, this means that he's really serious about you and about the relationship with you. And I can tell you from my own experience, I would never introduce a woman to my family or even to my friends. Okay, maybe to my friends, but not to my family if I'm not 100% in love with this woman. And the last sign that a man is falling in love with a woman is when he allows himself to be his goofy, nerdy, and authentic self, because this is a sign that he truly trusts you and that he feels so comfortable with you that he can allow himself to be himself. And this is what allows an authentic relationship. And if you want to attract an amazing man that you can experience an authentic relationship with, then I can highly recommend that you check out the video that I prepared for you in the link in the description. And if you enjoyed watching this video, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. Share your opinion, share your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. And I would love it even more if you would hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video.